Some trucks seem like perfect machines, until you find out they can be deadly. Mirrors, lights, bumpers, or simple ornaments that seem harmless but hide dangers that few drivers imagine. Many of these accessories were banned after causing real accidents. What if your truck also has one of them without you knowing? Today, we will see the 10 most dangerous accessories and features that turned common trucks into actual traps on wheels.
Screw caps, type, spikes. The famous metal spikes on wheel screws aim to give the truck an aggressive style, an intimidating touch that stands out in any parking lot or road. At first glance, they appear to be a simple aesthetic detail, but they represent a real risk. In tight maneuvers, they can cut the tires of other vehicles, causing instant accidents. Cyclists and motorcyclists are in danger of suffering serious injuries if they come into lateral contact with these spikes. Even pedestrians near the roadway are not safe. A simple brush can cause injuries requiring hospitalization. In some countries, these caps are classified as weapons and their use is illegal. What seems to be a simple decoration becomes a metal trap spinning at 90 kilometers per hour, capable of causing havoc without warning. Additionally,
their irregular installation can damage the truck's own tires or nuts, increasing internal mechanical risk. LED panels or displays in the cabin facing outward. LED panels with phrases, emojis, or colorful lights are trending in Latin America. Many drivers believe they add personality to the truck and generate interaction on the road, but they are actually a constant source of distraction. Driving at night near a truck with flashing lights can dazzle the driver behind, causing them to lose control on curves, at traffic lights, or intersections. Additionally, these systems demand extra electrical power, overheating fuses and wires, which can lead to short circuits or fires. There are recorded accidents caused by the distraction of bright lights unexpectedly illuminating the road. A display that seems fun and modern can end up being the last image another driver sees before a crash. Even from the driver's perspective, excessive light can reflect on the windshield, making vision difficult, turning the cabin into a dangerous rather than safe space.
Excessive elevation of the rear axle. Raising the rear part of the truck, known as spring arching, is a trend that has become particularly popular in Brazil. Many believe it adds style and presence, but the effects on safety are immediate and severe. This modification raises the center of gravity, increasing the risk of rollover when cornering or avoiding obstacles. When the truck is empty, the rear axle can lose traction, making maneuvering unstable and dangerous. Additionally, it reduces rear visibility, making it difficult to detect small vehicles, bicycles, or motorcycles. Braking or turning sharply with this setup can completely destabilize the truck. Lifting the truck's rear may seem like an attractive trend, but it's comparable to walking on stilts on an ice rink. A miscalculation can lead to an accident.
Even suspensions and springs not designed for that height suffer more wear, increasing the likelihood of unexpected mechanical failures. Xenon or LED headlights not approved. Installing more powerful headlights seems like an improvement for nighttime driving, but if improperly installed, they can be a real risk. The beam's intensity can dazzle other drivers, causing serious accidents. This tunnel effect makes the driver feel like they see better, when in reality, they lose critical peripheral vision needed to react to unforeseen events. Additionally, a poorly adjusted light beam does not comply with the original optics, altering the lighting pattern. This not only creates road hazards, but also results in severe fines in many countries. Lack of approval can lead to financial penalties and the requirement to remove the headlights. What should improve safety ends up blinding everyone else, becoming a lethal element
that often goes unnoticed until an accident occurs.
Indeed, the combination of excessive power and poor installation is a silent risk that every driver should consider before modifying their truck.
Non-standard additional or colored lights. Installing red, blue, or green lights outside the norm might seem like a creative touch, but it creates confusion among other drivers. Lights of these colors are typically associated with emergency vehicles, and a truck using them can trigger unexpected reactions on the road. Moreover, excessive lights make it difficult for others to correctly identify the truck's orientation, increasing the chances of collisions on narrow roads or intersections. Each additional light consumes energy, overloading the battery and alternator, and poorly done homemade installations can cause short circuits that abruptly stop the truck. Decorating a truck with colored lights is like turning it into a rolling Christmas tree. What seems fun can be a hazard for everyone on the road. Even from a mechanical perspective, the alternator and fuses are not designed to handle such large loads, increasing the risk of severe electrical failures. Polarized and tinted windows. Extremely polarized glass is popular in truck tuning because it gives an imposing look, but it significantly affects safety. It darkens night visibility and under heavy rain conditions, making it difficult for the driver to perceive obstacles, small vehicles, or pedestrians. It also reduces eye contact with other drivers, eliminating an essential form of road communication. In emergency situations, it makes it difficult for rescuers to see inside the vehicle, delaying assistance and increasing the risk of serious injuries. A truck that looks imposing with dark windows can become a real hazard when curves or people are not detected in time. The extreme style can lead to accidents that adequate visibility would have prevented. Safety cannot be sacrificed for aesthetics, and unregulated tinted installations are an invisible trap on the road. Disable the speed limiter. Speed limiters are designed to maintain safety on the road, setting caps between 85 and 95 kilometers per hour. Removing the limiter may seem like freeing the truck, but it creates multiple hazards. The engine is overworked, fuel consumption increases, brakes experience extreme stress, and the braking distance increases by up to 20 meters at 100 kilometers per hour. In many European countries, disabling the limiter results in severe fines and loss of insurance coverage. The feeling of freedom turns into a mortal risk. It's comparable to cutting the parachute during a jump. Vehicle control becomes more difficult, and the chances of an accident rise drastically, especially on highways with heavy traffic or adverse weather conditions. Modifying the brake system or installing uncalibrated air brakes. Air brakes rely on precise calibration. Modifying this system or installing additional brakes without proper adjustment can cause skidding, loss of control, or completely inoperative brakes. An air leak can leave the truck without brakes in seconds, with fatal consequences on steep descents or busy roads. There are historical records of serious accidents due to incorrect brake alterations in multi-ton trucks. In a 30-ton vehicle, a brake failure is not a scare, it's a sentence. Improvising with this system is playing with one's life and others. Even small homemade modifications can cause pressure imbalance, leading to brakes that act unevenly and increasing the likelihood of rollover or collision.
Tamper with the exhaust system. Altering the exhaust system might seem like a power or sound improvement, but it has serious consequences. Removing catalytic converters or DPF filters increases pollution and can lead to legal penalties. Open exhausts produce sound levels over 120 decibels, equivalent to a plane taking off. They also affect engine torque at low RPMs and shorten the turbo's lifespan. Excessive noise causes auditory fatigue, reducing driver concentration and increasing error risk. Many drivers think a loud exhaust commands respect, but it actually means an engine that's suffering. The appearance of power can hide serious mechanical and legal issues. Even short trips with modified exhausts increase internal engine wear, shortening the lifespan of essential components and generating future expenses.
Installing excessively powerful air horns. Known as train horns, these exceed 140 decibels, enough to cause hearing damage. Some drivers use them as a joke, causing shocks that lead to accidents. Additionally, they consume air from the pneumatic system, affecting brakes or other critical truck functions. For these reasons, they are banned on most public roads. A truck should assert itself by size and power, not sound like a train about to derail. Exaggeration, in this case, is synonymous with danger. The horn stops being a warning and becomes another risk that can destabilize situations on the road. Constant auditory fatigue for the driver also reduces reaction capacity to the unexpected. All these modifications seek style, noise, or a sense of power, but sacrifice the most important thing: safety.
A truck is not just a machine, it is responsibility. If you've been surprised by how dangerous some improvements on trucks can be, remember, safety should always come before style and fashion. Give us a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss more stories about these impressive machines and the hidden risks they carry. See you in the next video, where every truck has its story and its lesson.